Yes, sir.
How are you?
Yes, sir. I am fine. How about you?
Yeah, I am also fine. So Saurabh, can you tell me about yourself?
Okay, sir. Um, Thank you for giving me this opportunity to introduce myself.
Yeah.
And my name is Saurabh Kadam. I am from Tuldapur. I have completed my graduation in BCA from Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Marathwada University, Aurangabad. Also, I have completed a Java full stack developer course in the Kiran Academy from Pune. I did some projects in institute level and college level. I did institute level as a employee management project and college level tourism management project. And if I talk about my achievement, I was secured the post of president as a group of Next Gen Forum group in college. Yes, sir. That's up about all me.
Okay, Saurabh, you told me you have completed project employment management system. Okay. Can you
Yes, sir.
explain this project in briefly?
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
This project was developed by the Java programming language and MySQL database as a backend, and for a
Okay.
front-end part having Angular and HTML and CSS for the front-end part. My work is that connect the Java application into Angular by using service component of Angular uh, Angular side, and for the retrieve data from the database to Angular application and view the data on front end. This is my main work. There are two members in my project.
Okay.
My friend was Adinath and I'm Saurabh. Yes, sir.
Okay. 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 Good. Good. You have also used Angular. Okay. You know about Angular.
Yes, sir. I know about Angular.
Okay. So tell me what is Angular exactly?
Angular is nothing but it is a framework in Java. It is the mainly use of the create single dynamic web pages. We have to not load the another tab. We can load the only one tab, and we have to create dynamic web content by using Angular framework.
Okay. Okay. Okay, Saurabh. So don't waste time. We go for the core Java. Okay. How much rate you on the core Java?
Okay.
How much rate yourself in core Java?
Uh, 8.5
Okay, out of 10, you have
out of
given
10.
8.5. Okay, that's good. That's good. Okay, Saurabh. So
8.5.
first of all, you have tell me what is the basic difference in between core Java and advanced Java?
The main basic difference is that core Java is the architecture means foundation of advanced Java, and we can say advanced Java is the only button process. We can use multiple frameworks by using enterprise level application. We can build enterprise level application by using advanced Java, but we can build by using core Java little bit software like calculator like system softwares only work on a dependent platform. But when we use advanced Java, so we can develop uh, uh, independent softwares in our system.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell me basic features of Java?
Okay, sir. Java is the secure programming language because Java depends on C++ and C++ having pointers and explicit operator overloading. That's why C++ are not a totally secure. But whereas Java is all totally remove explicitly pointers and operator overloading. That's why we cannot access directly memory by using pointers. In Java does not having any these features in Java. That's why Java is secure programming language.
Okay, 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 good, good, Saurabh, good. Saurabh, what is data type in Java? Why we use data type?
Data type, we can use data type for the represent data. Which type of data we have to store in your memory? We can use data type. Data type can decide a range of variable means range of uh, which which value you can store in variable. this value range decide the data type, and we can decide the which type of data we can store in our memory, and we have to. It is compulsory to in Java we have to define data type as a variable.
Data type as a variable before
Sorry, sir.
variable.
Means we have to compulsory to define data type of variable.
Okay, okay, right. We have to must should be declare data type before initialization of the variable.
Variable.
Okay, good. Uh, what is OOPS concept in Java?
OOPS means OOPS is the object-oriented programming structure. We
Okay,
can organize your software in object-oriented programming structure. We can use OOPS. OOPS is the deal with real-world entity. There is the main four features like inheritance, polymorphism, encapsulation, and abstraction. There are main four pillars in OOPS concept. Yes, sir.
okay. In that, what is encapsulation?
Encapsulation is the we can encapsulate is the grouping mechanism where we can bind the variables and method into single unit is called as class, and class is the best example of encapsulation. We can achieve encapsulation by using access modifiers, means we can by making data means variable as a private and
Yeah.
methods as a public. That's why we that time we can you can achieve encapsulation in Java.
Okay, Saurabh, you go right, but my suggestion is that go slowly because your answering speed is so fast. Okay, so go slowly. We
Okay,
have
sir.
much time. Okay, yeah.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Okay. Don't. Collections in Java.
Collection. Yes, sir. I know about the collection.
Okay. Tell me what exactly collection.
Collection is the framework in Java, and we can say collection is the interface in Java, and collections is the utility classes in Java, which
Okay.
both are means three one are present in Java but utility class utility package.
Okay.
Uh, Collection framework is the collection of means set of predefined libraries, means predefined interfaces and classes to build your it will provide to build your Java application very easily. They are having a different type of data structure in collection. And collection is the root interface which have some group of object means yes sir, group of object and predefined classes. And if I talk about the collection is the utility class in Java, and
Okay.
it contains only static methods like short, min, max, and many more methods in a utility class can contain.
Okay. Some interfaces extend to the collection interface, right? They're having list, set, queue, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So, what is the exact difference between list interface and set interface?
List interface can inherit the property of collection interface, and set is also inherit the property of collection interface. But
Okay.
whereas collection means list interface is the unordered heterogeneous collection. Sorry, ordered heterogeneous collection of data where duplication are allowed and insertion order also preserved, and it is support the indexing. By using indexing we can get the elements. By using get method we can get the particular elements by using indexing.
Okay.
And whereas set is the unordered unordered heterogeneous collection of elements, whereas duplication not allowed and insertion order are not preserved is called as set.
Okay.
Set does not support any indexing.
Okay. And set cannot be
Okay.
duplicate
And
allowed, right?
allowed, yes sir.
Okay.
And set can store elements in a hash code values like as
Okay.
a hash table value.
Right. Good. How much null values we can store inside the set?
We can only one null value can store inside the set.
And if I talk about list,
We can store multiple null value inside the list.
Okay, right, 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 sir. Okay, can you tell me the difference between hash table and hash map?
Hash map. Hash map is the implemented class of map interface, and we can say it contains values in form of keys and value pair. Is called as means keys and value is called as pair, and each key and value also known as entry. And by using entry interface, we can retrieve the data from map interface. And hash hash map is the inherit the property of
Map interface.
map interface, and it does not allow any duplicate null key, but it will allow duplicate value.
Okay. Okay.
And if I talk about hash table is a synchronized class of a map interface, and it is also inherit the property of a map interface. And it will not, it doesn't allow any null value and null key.
Okay. Okay. Can you tell me the
Yes.
hash table extend to the, that means uh, which class inherit hash
Dictionary
table?
means hash table can extend dictionary class.
Yes, yes, right, 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 right. Okay. What is final keyword in Java?
Final is the keywords means we can use final keyword in Java with variable class, sorry, yes sir, class and methods and block, but we
Okay.
cannot use final keyword with constructor.
We
Final
can
when
use
we use
final
final
keyword
keyword,
with block. You say block.
yes, we can use a final keyword with block with static keyword. It is mandatory to we can use static keyword with final block.
Final block. Okay. So tell
Means we
me.
cannot change the value of this method.
Okay. Okay.
What
Okay.
sir?
Uh, Tell me what is the use of final keyword?
Finally, when we use final keyword with variable, it will doesn't change its value. Its value is constant for the all in the class.
Okay.
We cannot modify and we cannot change the value of that variable. When we use a final keyword with class, so we cannot inherit this. Means we cannot use any property of another class. This class means we
Okay.
cannot extend it.
Yeah.
And when we use a final keyword with a method, so we cannot override this method. It will constants for the particular class.
Okay. What is the difference between static variable and instance variable and as well as local variable?
Okay. A static variable we can declare with static keyword, and it is the declare inside the class and outside the method, and it is the scope within the class and within the object where we can create an object of a class. A static variable will be called by using class name.
Okay.
But when I talk about the static instance keyword, it is also called as a object level variable. By using class reference, we can call the instance variable, and instance variable value change object to object. But if I talk about static variable, it will maintain the single copy storage, means it does not change object to object value. It is the common for the all object. If I talk about the local variable scope within the method, we can declare local variable inside the method, and if uh, if method execution is done, and then that then local variable it will automatically destroy.
Okay. Okay. Saurabh. Saurabh, what is constructor in Java?
Constructor. Constructor is nothing but it is the special type of method in class which does not have any return type, including void. The main purpose of constructor to initialize the instance object of a class, and constructor name and class name must be same. There are in Java there are two types of constructor: parameterized constructor and a non-parameterized constructor, means default constructor. when we create an object of a class constructor, it will be invoked automatically.
Okay.
If there is no constructor in a class, a compiler will create automatically default constructor, means non-argument constructor. And in Java, having public, private, protected, and default constructor in Java. But we cannot create any abstract, final, and static constructor in Java. Yes, sir.
Why, Saurabh? Why constructor cannot be abstract, final, and static? What's the reason?
Okay. When we create a final constructor as a final, so we cannot inherit the any property of their class.
Yeah.
Means, and if you uh, if you create constructor as a static, so static constructor, it will compiler will throw the constructor cannot be static, compilation error.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
And if I talk about the abstract constructor, when we create an abstract constructor, it is compulsory to create a class as an abstract, and abstract class we can not inherit and not sorry, I think we cannot create any abstract constructor, because a compiler will throw this is the illegal access modifier error.
Okay. 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 Good. What is abstraction?
Abstraction is nothing but it is the hiding the implementation detail from the user, and provide the essential functionality for the user. And uh, we can achieve abstraction by using interface and an abstract class in Java.
Okay. What is the difference between index, abstract, class, and interface?
Okay. Abstract class is the contains abstract keyword in its declaration, is called as abstract class. If I talk about interface is the it is a like a class. It is a we can say it can contain its declaration in interface keyword. We can not create any constructor inside the interface, but whereas we can create constructor inside the abstract class. And abstract class can contains concrete method as well as static method and abstract method also. But whereas interface does not contain any concrete method, means not non-abstract method.
Okay.
Interface can contain by default public, static, final variable, and whereas abstract class can contain instance as well as non-static variables, means static variables.
Okay.
Yes, sir. But we cannot create any object of a interface, and we cannot create any object of a abstract class.
Okay. Good. What is the difference between method overloading and method overriding?
Okay. Method overloading and method overriding, both are concept belong to the polymorphism. We can achieve compile time polymorphism by using method overloading, and we can achieve runtime polymorphism by using method overriding. And method overloading occurs in within a class, means one class. And if I talk about the method overriding, uh, method overriding occurs in two class. There have a must there must have a easy relationship between that. And uh, if class having same method name but a different argument list is called as method overriding. And whereas method overriding means if redefine parent class methods
You go wrong,
inside
Saurabh. You
same
go
method.
wrong. I think wrong. You said
Sorry,
if the class having same method names with a different argument list is called method overriding. It's wrong. It's method
no,
overloading.
method overloading.
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
sir, sorry. Method
Okay.
overloading. And
Yeah.
if I talk about the method overriding, if the redefined parent class method with same name and with the same parameter list is called
Yeah.
as method overriding.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. We can achieve method overriding by using a method runtime. Sorry, we can achieve uh, uh, method overriding. Maybe number of arguments can be same, and number of members, list of can be same, and return type also can be same.
Okay,
Must be same.
okay,
Sorry.
okay, good. Uh, you know the concept of inheritance.
Yes.
What is hierarchical inheritance in Java?
Hierarchical. Okay. Hierarchical inheritance means uh, hierarchical inheritance. Hierarchical inheritance means if oh, more than more than one class. uh, Sorry.
You are confused.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Um, more than one parent class, it inherit the one child class, and it is a and child class extend to direct to both classes, means both parent class is called as hierarchical inheritance.
Are you sure? Is that
Yes,
definition?
I think one I am confusing between that hierarchical and multiple.
Can you remember again and tell me what is hierarchical inheritance?
Okay, 1 minute, sir.
Listen, they are having one superclass and multiple subclass, but all subclasses directly extend to the superclass is called hierarchical inheritance. Okay,
Yes, sir. I think I am confused. Sorry.
okay,
Yes,
okay,
right, right.
no problem. Saurabh, can we go for the advanced Java? We have knowledge of advanced Java or not?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I know
Okay.
about that.
You also know MySQL database, then SQL language, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
you have also mentioned in that your resume. Okay. So Saurabh, we go for the advanced Java. Some questions I will be asked you. Okay. Saurabh, tell me, what is the concept of JSP and servlet?
JSP and servlet.
Yeah.
Okay. JSP and servlet both are server side technology, and JSP is the extended version of servlet. Servlet is the nothing but is a simple Java class which handle for the client side request and generate the dynamic response for the client. And servlet is the interface in Java which have some methods like init method, destroy method, service method, and servlet info, config method and info method. Servlet info method. There are having 5 methods in servlet interface. We can uh, we can create servlet by using the servlet interface. We can use a generic generics class. Sorry, sir. Generic servlet generics class.
Okay.
Think I'm confused that.
Okay. Okay. Don't worry. Don't worry. You go.
And if I talk about the JSP is the responsible for create and dynamic web content by using uh, HTML, and we can write Java source code into JSP servlet, JSP web pages by using a striplet tag. It is a we can directly build dynamic web pages by using Java source code.
Okay. Good. What is the difference between Hibernate and JDBC?
Hibernate and JDBC. Okay. Hibernate is an ORM.
Hello. Hello. Okay. Now
I
tell me,
think
what is the difference between
which
Hibernate and JDBC?
Hibernate. Hibernate is an ORM framework for Java development. And if I talk about the JDBC is an technology, means we can say JDBC is an API which having some predefined classes and interfaces for connect Java application into database. Means we can directly interact with Java application, the DAO layer into database. And if I talk about the server Hibernate, Hibernate is an ORM tool. We can by using Hibernate, we can map your Java object into relational database by using Hibernate. We can say Java does not support any query. Means sorry, Java we cannot create any manually query in case of Hibernate. But whereas JDBC we have to create and manually queries.
Okay.
It is the and it is the JDBC does not support any lazy loading, but whereas Hibernate can support lazy loading. And I can say Hibernate is an support on association, whereas JDBC does not support any association. And JDBC does not support any cache, but Hibernate having two types of cache, the first level cache and second level cache. Yes, sir.
What are that first level cache and second level cache?
First level cache means session local cache. First level cache means local for the all session, and it will share only particular session. But if I talk about the second level cache is the root directory of a session factory. Session factory and second cache can share along with all sessions which are opens in program.
Okay, okay. That means
It's called
Hibernate
as
provides.
session factory, root factory.
Okay, okay, okay.
Two types of cache. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Hibernate provide catching mechanism. Okay, right. Catching mechanism is
Yes,
what
yes,
Hibernate provide catching because it reduces the database calls, right? By using catching, it
yes, yes.
stores the
Right.
data when we call some that means query. Hibernate provides automatic query, but it's not repeatedly. It stores same query inside the catching by using catching mechanism, and again that query is performed by using that. Okay, yeah. So
Yes, bro.
what is Spring Boot?
Spring Boot is nothing but it is a simple Java framework. We can build the very rapidly Java-based Spring-based application. We can say Spring Boot is the sub-module of Spring framework,
Okay,
which are provide the pre-configure dependencies and yes, this is the collection of annotations, and it is the pre-configured. It will it is overcome the all manual configuration.
okay, 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 good. What is dependency injection in Spring framework?
Dependency injection. Dependency injection is the concept of we can inject the one class object into another class is called as dependency injection. We can use auto-wired keyword, so we can achieve dependency injection. Means we can inject the one class object into another class object. Is called as dependency injection.
Okay, and we have also constructor injection, setter injection, field injection. You
Yes,
heard that?
we can. Yes, we can use @auto-wired annotation with field and method and constructor. When we use auto-wired annotation with constructor is called as a field injection. If you use auto-wired annotation with method is called as setter method is called as setter injection. When we use auto-wired annotation with constructor is called as constructor injection.
Okay, good. Can you tell me some features of Spring framework? Why Spring framework widely used in various companies in today's day? What is the reason behind
Because
that?
okay, Spring framework is an technology which are used in develop the web-based application, enterprise level application. because Spring framework having a like a IOC container means IOC container core features, and it will provide a MVC pattern, so we can easily develop your web application by using Spring framework. Spring framework provide powerful features like dependency management, transaction management, and it provides uh, for the pre-configure features for the developers. That's why overcome the all efforts for the of a developer.
Okay. Can you tell me some annotations and what's the use of that annotation which having the used in Spring framework, or you can say Spring Boot?
Spring framework.
Yeah.
Spring framework annotation like configuration and component and enable configuration.
Yeah, just tell me what
Enable
is
auto
the
configuration.
Spring Boot application annotation? What's the use of that annotation?
Okay, Spring Boot application annotation is the combination of three annotation: component scan, enable auto configuration, and configuration. It is the main trigger of the Spring Boot application. Means we can use at the rate Spring Boot application annotation with main class of means entry point of the Spring Boot application.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. What is the difference between REST controller annotation and controller annotation?
REST controller. REST control is also is the combination of controller and response body, and we can say request mapping. Yes, we can by using a REST controller to map the class as a controller, which is responsible for handle the HTTP request into method parameter and create a dynamical response for the view layer. And if I talk about the controller is the responsible for uh, controller is the responsible for control the control the request, means like a put request, get request, and delete request in controller class, in method parameter. And it is the combination of component and request mapping. Yes, sir.